First time today. Let's take you trackside to Canberra, and your caller is David Steele. Hello, David.
G'day there, Hilton. Thanks very much. They are moving up here for a start race one now, and JB Dean from the Glen Frost stable is favourite at $1.80, and he's having a real battle royale with Neil Day for the Trainers Premiership at this last meeting of the season. As they come up behind the gate now for race one, Out for Fun coming up to pole position. They're close. This will be it. Light, often racing. And out wider, JB Dean's come away quickly, going with it early, Thomas Ross. Out for Fun and Good Night John Boy not too far away. My Destination is getting away from the inside from the second line. Shifty Lass going forward. Well back in the early part of Lady Adair and Lady Lane. Now on the side, and Thomas Ross about to hand up here to JB Dean as they sweep around the home turn now with more than 2 to run. And JB Dean, the front runner, heading off Thomas Ross. Out for Fun is third on the pegs, and Good Night John Boy, the first to race without cover. Shifty Lass hops onto his back behind them on the inside. Lampy, and then My Destination, who's third last in the running line, and the last pair of the two ladies, Lady Lane and Lady Adair, sweeping past the judge now. 2 to run, a mile from home, and in front JB Dean. He's out 4 or 5 metres to Thomas Ross. Second, the outside is Good Night John Boy without cover, giving Shifty Lass the 1-1. Over Out for Fun next, My Destination from midfield pulling out, and he's getting going early in the race. Well back now on the outside of Lady Adair. Lampion, and the last runner is Lady Lane. A lap and a half out now. They're 1200 from home in the first, and JB Dean pacing strongly in front. Shifty Lass came away from the 1-1 to sit up second outside the leader, and this means My Destination is planted on a limb. In the centre, Good Night John Boy, Thomas Ross behind the leader. Well back on the inside there is Lampion. Out for Fun is next. Last pair, Lady Adair and Lady Lane. 950 out now, swinging for the bell on the judge, and JB Dean has led them practically every step of the journey. Out 2 metres to Shifty Lass second. My Destination's had no luck in the run. He's been 3 wide for nearly a lap. Thomas Ross behind the leader. 1-1 and held up is Good Night John Boy, then Out for Fun. Lampion third last over Lady Adair, and Lady Lane the final runner. They've heard the bell on their way home now, and still JB Dean defies them. Out 1.5 metres to Shifty Lass second. Thomas Ross behind the leader. Good Night John Boy into the clear as My Destination starts to feel the pinch. Then Out for Fun over Lampion, Lady Adair and Lady Lane. But getting to the quarter pole now, and JB Dean leads a metre to Shifty Lass, who's running a bold race. Thomas Ross behind them. Good Night John Boy's got room to get out. My Destination struggling out 3 wide, and behind them next Lady Adair. But on the side, 250 out. And JB Dean at the moment, he's doing as well as Shifty Lass. Thomas Ross third. Good Night John Boy about to hook out. Still My Destination grinds on from Lady Adair, but swinging for home, and JB Dean's got a nice break over Shifty Lass. Thomas Ross, My Destination battling on with Lady Adair, but JB Dean, the first favourite's going to salute. Shifty Lass holding second, good go for third, but JB Dean beats Shifty Lass. Third, My Destination, a pretty tough run after that. Then Lady Adair, Out for Fun. Lady Lane, Lampion, Thomas Ross knocked up, and Good Night John Boy disappointing. He's finished last. Number 5, JB Dean, has kicked off things well for Glen Frost, getting to the front after about 100 metres, and he's never really been in any danger of defeat. Second money going to Shifty Lass, who's sat outside the leader throughout, and you'll find that 7, My Destination, despite the hard run, has held third in front of Lady Adair. 5.97 with JB Dean, much too good. This former New Zealander, part owned by Test cricketer Mark Waugh, and he's starting to find his best form now after 5 Australian runs. Shifty Lass, she's done a good job to battle on after that tough trip for second. And My Destination, well, Scott Osmond, a victim of circumstances, he was pratted wide when Wayne Driscoll decided to take the death position, and in the circumstances his run was very good. 5, 9 and 7 in race 1.
shareholder in this horse and it's scratched, and it's probably for the punters a good thing. Number 3, MPJ at 26, Diamond Time 320, Polo Warrior 590, NJ's Glory 33, Mr. New Boots at 19, number 8 Fearless Fella at $5.80, 9 Decker D at $8.60, and Anita Gosling at $14. The second event from Canberra, shortly off to David Steele. Now, 3 With Claws took the previous at Toowoomba for third, so 8 to the track and joined David Steele.
Polo Warrior at $3.50, just in front of Diamond Time. What a Nut and Fearless Fella. So it's a good battle for favouritism as the gate brings them into the back straight. 2.5 circuits of Exhibition Park. They're close. There's the light. Off and racing now, and out wide Polo Warrior, one of the first to get going with MPJ. They've scooted away from Diamond Time, who's wide early. Fearless Fella away quickly from the second line. Just went roughly there, but he's third or fourth early. What a Nut inside of him, and then Mr. New Boots and Decker D, who's pratted a bit wide, and out to last early is Enya's Glory. Sorting themselves out on the side now. There's some trouble midfield, as again Fearless Fella went roughly, and Frost is out of the sulky. A fall here. Fearless Fella has tipped Glenn Frost out of the sulky as the field's been disorganised. Glenn Frost is okay, and Polo Warrior's in front. The driverless Fearless Fella is going to move up and cause some havoc here. Getting to second is What a Nut, and then MPJ. Decker D is fourth. From Enya's Glory, Mr. New Boots, Anita Gosling copped some trouble. So did Diamond Time. And Glenn Frost is standing up on his feet and quite okay as the driverless Fearless Fella now hits the lead. At the moment, he's not doing any damage, and a lap and 3/4 out. It's Polo Warrior leading the bulk of the field. He's showing the way now from MPJ second. Now getting to third is Decker D, as this driverless horse is about a dozen metres in front of the face of the field. Midfield, Mr. New Boots inside of Enya's Glory. A long gap then to Anita Gosling, Diamond Time, and Glenn Frost quite okay after a tumble. Well, 1100 out. At the moment, everything's okay, but this driverless horse is posing some problems here, and at the moment, he's rounding the turn with 900 to go. Polo Warrior, the leader. They're swinging wide here to try and avoid this horse. Second up on the outside, What a Nut, then MPJ Decker D. Mr. New Boots, fifth from Enya's Glory. Tailed off for Anita Gosling and Diamond Time, and that's your field. A lap to go now, half mile out, and Polo Warrior leading the way. Fearless Fella once again is proving troublesome. Up on the outside, second What a Nut, then MPJ Decker D, Mr. New Boots fifth, as by golly, this driverless horse is causing problems. Enya's Glory last of the six, tailed off are Anita Gosling and Diamond Time. 600 out now, and Polo Warrior doing the best job he can to try and lead them from What a Nut. Decker D sweeping wide as they try and get past this horse. MPJ inside of Mr. New Boots, Enya's Glory. Nothing else can win, but Polo Warrior getting through on the inside of the driverless horse. I'd hold all tickets here, whatever happens. Getting to third, MPJ, wider out, Decker D, What a Nut. Then Enya's Glory and Mr. New Boots, but turning for home, and Polo Warrior, he hit the lead out wider, Decker D. Then MPJ, Mr. New Boots into the clear from What a Nut, but well into the straight. Polo Warrior leading from MPJ, getting up on the inside, and then Decker D, but Polo Warrior is going to score. Second will be close. Mr. New Boots gets it from Decker D third, then MPJ, What a Nut, Enya's Glory, Anita Gosling and Diamond Time, and the driverless Fearless Fella has created more problems than you could imagine. Glenn Frost quite okay, and I'd hold all tickets. I'd hold all tickets here would be a suggestion. Over the line, it's Polo Warrior winning from Mr. New Boots and Decker D. But as you can see, the driverless Fearless Fella was really in the face of the field for the majority of the race. 5.79 over the line, with Polo Warrior defeating Mr. New Boots and Decker D. And obviously we'll have to await a steward's ruling on the fate of race 2. Glenn Frost quite okay, incidentally. He was up on his feet straight away. The ambulance is in attendance, but Glenn Frost looks as though he's unharmed after that tumble. Fearless Fella, there's Glenn Frost going high in the air as we watch the replay. He was very, very lucky to avoid major trouble. The horse was certainly pacing roughly just before that juncture, and something of a miracle that Glenn Frost, who's well versed to be able to get out of difficult situations, looks like he's done it again here after his fall from Fearless Fella. 5.79 over the line. Steward Roger Neighbour has advised that we will be notified as soon as possible about the fate of this race. But one would have to say there'll be some outside chance that All Clear will be delayed. Over the line, race 2, it's 5.79. Polo Warrior, young Christy O'Sullivan, successful from Mr. New Boots and Decker D.
Okay, thanks very much, David. Polo Warrior 410 170, Mr. New Boots 320, Decker D at $2.60. Here, a man who's certainly been in his fair share of accidents, not harness racing wise, but in other areas, Glenn Frost, and he was very lucky. He's walked away from that accident, and thank goodness for that. Polo Warrior successful, 5.79. Third event from Fairfield due in 3 from now. Number 1 Rodney B updates at $3. Brahmani Kite at $5.50, now $5.40. Kai Puke's Best at $14. Renegade Sue at $18. 5 Mighty Mick $4.90 and a Hurry Zone at $3.10. Number 7 Spot the Stars 100. And you've been wondering what happened in race 2. There was a fall, and consequently it was a hold all tickets, and the stewards are inquiring as to whether race 2 at Canberra goes ahead and is okay to make payment. In the third, Ronnie Heron opened $2.70. At the moment is pretty firm at $2.50 and represents good value on Super Tab and also the Queensland TAB. Looney Tolliver at $4.10 in from $4.40. Number 3 Mighty Molecule, 6 is into $5.20. 4 Contash $9.50, having opened $6.60. Killcat Mac at $11 and Alatomo at $17. So still no information from Canberra. They are about to move onto the track. Some of the others that have been off the track at Canberra about to move onto the track, so hopefully shouldn't be too much longer before we have a decision. And a reminder too, we have great harness and greyhound action from right around Australia here on Sky. Back in with more in just a minute. There has been abandoned. So race 2 at Canberra officially abandoned. So all money's refunded. Over the line it was 5 Polo Warrior, 7 Mr. New Boots and 9 Decker D. The race marred, there was a fall. Fearless Fella came to grief, Glenn Frost. The good news is he's quite okay and has escaped serious injury. But it marred the race and the event has been officially abandoned. So if you've had a bet on race 2 at Canberra, don't forget to get your money back. Third event has been rescheduled to start in around 3 minutes from now, and Ronnie Heron, number 1, at $2.80. Looney Tolliver at $3.70. Mighty Molecule into $4.30. Contash at $10. We have Killcat Mac at $13 and Alatomo at $16. The warning whistle has sounded for the third event from Canberra, so jolly bad luck for the club, and the race has been rescheduled. It's back 5 minutes and will now go at 6:10 Eastern Standard Time. More money into that pool at Toowoomba, the event due in 7 from now. Quite a good field.
Who loves this track as the third best. Moving up now for the Rixon Memorial for the year 2000. A good race, and they'll soon get underway here for race 3. First leg of the tab double. They're set, light, off and racing now. Down on the inside, Ronnie Heron away smartly. Out wider, Fizzy's Adam has hummed out of the gate as well. Mighty Molecule just went a bit roughly there. Getting through early, Killcat Mac and Coyote Blue. Alatomo is third last from Looney Tolliver. Out to the tail is Tricky Royale. On the side the first time, and Fizzy's Adam got across from 6 to head off Ronnie Heron. Scouting out wide of the stablemate, Mighty Molecule is driving forward. Coyote Blue in the centre, back to the pegs goes Killcat Mac. Strung up in the centre, Looney Tolliver, and wide early Contage on the back of Mighty Molecule. And the last pair are the mare Alatomo and Tricky Royale. Down to the judge and the Rixon Memorial, 2 to run. And in front, Fizzy's Adam. Led from barrier 6, Contage working hard, gets up to second. Ronnie Heron behind the leader, and now Mighty Molecule 1-1. Alatomo going forward 3 wide, the Western District's mare. Back in the pegs, Killcat Mac, Coyote Blue third last. From Looney Tolliver, she's lobbing along second last, and Tricky Royale tails them. A lap and a half out now, and Fizzy's Adams led them. Alatomo gets up to second now. Ronnie Heron, the leader's back, and Contage pulling the 1-1. From Mighty Molecule now 3 back inside of Killcat Mac. Then Tricky Royale, Coyote Blue, and the mare Looney Tolliver at the kilometre finds herself last. Turning out of the back straight with 1,000 to go. And Fizzy's Adams shows the way. He heads them up from Alatomo second. Ronnie Heron behind the leader, and still 1-1. Is Contage. Killcat Mac locked away as Mighty Molecule pulls out 3 deep at the bell. Onto his back, Coyote Blue, then Tricky Royale, and Looney Tolliver being saved up for one final sprint. They run down the home straight now, with 800 metres to run, and Fizzy's Adam leading them. He's showing the way out 1.5 metre, Alatomo. Mighty Molecule out on a limb in the centre, Contage. Ronnie Heron behind the leader. Killcat Mac strung up in traffic, so's Tricky Royale. Then Coyote Blue and Looney Tolliver about to be warmed up for a final run. As they get to the 600, Fizzy's Adam narrowly in front from Alatomo. Mighty Molecule out 3 wide, no run for Ronnie Heron or for Contage. Then Coyote Blue, Tricky Royale, and here's Looney Tolliver whipping round them 3 and 4 deep as they turn out of the back straight. 300 to go, and in front Fizzy's Adam under pressure. Alatomo's grabbed it. Here comes Looney. She's out 3 and 4 wide and running on strongly. Mighty Molecule and Contage looking for runs, and so is Ronnie Heron as they get to the top of the home straight. And Alatomo taken on now by Looney Tolliver. Still there, Fizzy's Adam. Wider out Ronnie Heron and Contage, but Looney Tolliver, the mare, ran to the front of the Rixon Memorial. Flying Contage, but Looney Tolliver's going to do it. Looney Tolliver's won it. Second Contage and nose to Ronnie Heron. Then Killcat Mac flying at the end from Alatomo. Tricky Royale. Mighty Molecule worked hard from Fizzy's Adam, and Coyote Blue the last to finish. Oh, she's a bonny mare. One of the best mares we've seen in this district for 15 or 20 years. And it's so fitting that she should take out the Henry Rixon Memorial Pace for the year 2000. Number 9, Looney Tolliver, coming from last, skirting the field, and she's been much too good here. I think Contage has run second, a breath in front of Ronnie Heron. Await the judges' numbers, but it should be Looney Tolliver over Contage and Ronnie Heron, 9-4-1, and they're now in the frame.
Okay, thanks, David. 9-4-1 over the line. Race 3 from Canberra. Moving up, as you can see, the 4th Toowoomba, winning to number 3 at 480. Perfect Miss 530. Dynamite Doug 620. Light Out 740. Olympic Breeze 780. And Jimmy Blacksmith at $8.90. A very wide market for the 4th event from Canberra. Whilst Albion Park, further look at the main ones. 1 Vilo Vance 11. 3 Kaboom at $2.70. Number 8, the Cherokee, is at $10. And a quick peep over to page number 2, and it's 11 Tolhurst Sam 630, Mavro Chief 820, Paulie Arbro into 490. Moving up Canberra, all clear on the first Moonee Valley, High Tenacity 590 and 230 over Sistar and Earl of Equity. The Quinella 940, Trifecta $177.40. Now they're moving towards the home turn at Canberra as we head back to David.
Nice line now here for race 4. Favourite drawn in 2. We're all set. Light racing. And down on the inside, Perfect Miss, one of the best to get going with Olympic Breeze, who's looking for the early lead. Then Aussie Master, Feel the Power. Getting through Dynamite Doug, Popular Lass out wide, Jimmy Blacksmith. And Ragtime Aussie second last, and Light Out whips them in. On settling past the judge, short of 2 to run. And Olympic Breeze was the leader, but being taken on and headed now by Aussie Master. Aussie Master, the new leader, takes over from Feel the Power, who's up to second. Olympic Breeze takes the set third, and Dynamite Doug's going to land the 1-1 over Perfect Mist. Popular Lass is next. Inside of him is Ragtime Aussie. Well back in the field, Jimmy Blacksmith, and last is Light Out. Turning out of the back straight with 1150 to run now, and Aussie Master the front runner. He's showing the way from Field of Power second. Olympic Breeze getting a nice run third. Dynamite Doug in the 1-1 and Jimmy Blacksmith covering extra ground. Behind them, Perfect Miss corralled. Inside a Popular Lass, Light Out in the 3-wide train. And going back to last is Ragtime Aussie. 900 out now. They're in the home stretch with the bell sounding. And leading the way, Aussie Master narrowly from Field of Power. Poor old Jimmy Blacksmith's been 3 wide for nearly a lap. Dynamite Doug in the centre and Olympic Breeze behind the leader. Popular Lass next outside of Perfect Mist. Wider out, Light Out and Ragtime Aussie the last pair as they turn into the back. 700 to run and Aussie Master shows the way. Clear over Field of Power, Olympic Breeze third. Dynamite Doug's had a good run in the 1-1 from Perfect Mist. Popular Lass in the centre, under pressure Jimmy Blacksmith retiring from Ragtime Aussie and Light Out, but getting to the 500 Aussie Master. A narrow leader from Field of Power. Dynamite Doug about to switch wide. Olympic Breeze behind the leader, well back Perfect Miss, Popular Lass and Ragtime Aussie, but past the quarter on the side. 200 out and Aussie Master. He's showing the way from Field of Power under pressure. Olympic Breeze looking for a run and wider out. Dynamite Doug starting to run on as they swing. Aussie Master in front. Olympic Breeze off the pegs to challenge. Wider out Field of Power and Dynamite Doug, but Aussie Master's got a good break. Perfect Mist along the pegs, making ground in a hurry. Aussie Master just in front, flying Perfect Mist. Didn't make it. Aussie Master just held out Perfect Mist. Third Olympic Breeze from Ragtime Aussie, Field of Power, Jimmy Blacksmith. Dynamite Doug disappointing over Popular Lass and Light Out.
3-1-2 as we head to Albion Park and say good evening to David Fowler.
Thanks, Rod. Good evening to you and good evening to our Sky Channel audience for the start of the 2000 Winter Carnival Oaks Prelude tonight, the Presidential Ball Oaks Prelude. And we're just about set for the first race. The favourite is number 3, Kaboom, at $2.10. He's the on.
Osler Jew. Satravan chasing OK Boas. He Ken Motor drops out of it. Black Duke gets to within 15 metres off the lead, but he's running on well, the favourite. Motion Pictures in trouble there by the tiring He Ken Motor. It dragged it back and Flying Relay lost ground as well. 32-2 the second quarter. They're heading off the back straight. And Folly led by 2.5 metres. Up to second was OK Bo. Third on the inside Lentara. Fourth the outside Satravan trying to go forward. 6 metres off the lead. Asalki's length behind it. Black Duke still about 12 or 14 off the lead. And then came Riccardi and Motion Pictures. Third quarter 29-3 as they wheel the turn. Folly in front. OK Bow and Satravan joining in and Black Duke's got the drop on them. Satravan went to the lead but Black Duke's after it. Satravan halfway up the straight, tackled by Black Duke, who's finishing by far the better. Black Duke whizzes past Satravan. Flying Relay dashing home without wide. Riccardi for third, but Black Duke an easy win. He was
Bob's Boy midfield, the outside of Guy to Gold, then Little Ticket second last, and Still Silent By is last of all. As they swing at the 1,000, Bell coming up in race 5 and Alamo away. He's the front runner, showing clear of Positive Vibes second. Aussie Adams sitting up without cover. Lord Dignity gets his chance to make it 3 in a row at the Canberra track. Over Tondara Guy, Bob's Boy, Guy to Gold is locked away from Little Ticket and Silent By still last. They've left the judge behind. Short of a lap to run now and Alamo away. He's striding clear 4 metres to Aussie Adams second. Positive Vibes behind the leader. Lord Dignity hasn't pulled out from the 1-1. Then Tondara Guy, Bob's Boy about to hook out. Guy to Gold, Little Ticket well back from Silent By, but 400 out and Alamo away. He's 2.5 metres to Aussie Adam. Lord Dignity about to try and get busy. Positive Vibes behind them and wider out, making some ground. Bob's Boy, Tondara Guy, but past the quarter, leaving the back straight, and Alamo away still clear, giving them something to catch. Up on the inside is Positive Vibes. Lord Dignity making ground out wide from Aussie Adam, and further back Bob's Boy, but they swing for home, and Alamo away's got a reasonable break from Positive Vibes, getting clear. Aussie Adam and Lord Dignity can't get the leader at the moment. Alamo away, he's got them covered, I'd say. Alamo away is going to score all the way. He'll score from Positive Vibes second. Aussie Adams got up for third in front of Guy to Gold. Then Lord Dignity, Silent By. Well back Little Ticket, Tondara Guy, and the last home Bob's Boy.
Okay, thanks, David. David Steele there with all the action from Canberra. 5 Alamo away, 7:30, 2:30. 3 Positive Vibes, 4:20, 2 Aussie Adam, $1.80. Now at Albion Park, they're at the start for the second, due in 2, Lady of Distinction.